Instapot with Poonam. We're getting ready for 4th of July. We've been invited to a big family barbecue, which I'm sure everybody else is too. I volunteered for dessert and I wanted to surprise everybody with an Instapot cake. So today's video is a dessert and it's gonna be cake. And I wanted to surprise everybody with a little bit of a twist, and we're gonna do a 3-layered cake, red, white, and blue. And so we're gonna get started and show you how that works. So you can pick your favorite cake mix at the store, whatever you want. Follow the instructions on the back. Nothing changes. If you don't want eggs, you can do your substitute for that. Most people use applesauce, but you can find your substitutes in the variations. I've gone ahead and just made the box for you in 3 different bowls. I divided it up. Now, if you don't have a 3-tiered tray, you don't really need to worry about buying one. You can use a 7-inch circular pan and just put it in there. But remember, you're gonna need your little divider so that the water doesn't go into your tray when we get to that point. But you don't have to have a fancy 3-layered tray contraption. But it was just a little surprise that I came up with because I had one. So what we wanted to do is do a red, white, and blue cake. I've already mixed up the blue. So there is the blue one. I like the gels. I've tried it with just the drop food coloring and it didn't turn out as rich of a color. So I went with the gels and we're gonna do the red one together. So when you're mixing this up and putting it in the tray, you do wanna make sure that you use a little bit of a non-grease spray just in case your cake gets stuck to the pan. You just don't want to deal with that. So I've sprayed mine, but that's something that you guys can do as well. We're going to be in manual mode today, so just kind of keep that in the back of your memory when we get to that step. And when you put it in, you're going to close the vent so the steam can stay trapped inside so the cake actually cooks faster. So there we got our red color. It's a pretty rich color. So we have blue, red, and white. And now we're ready to put it in the trays. And I'll show you how we do that. So, like I said, I've already sprayed 2 of my pans. We're gonna spray the last one and get the colors in that. You can use spray, you can use oil, whatever you have. It doesn't need to be anything special. So we're gonna go ahead and put the white. This is really gonna surprise my family because they know that I'm all about efficiency and this would probably take forever if I did it the traditional way. So this way, we can get it all done in the same time and much quicker. So that's the white one. Here's the red. And if you have the 7-inch pan, you guys can also do a swirl cake, which is really simple. You just kind of put the white first and then dollops of the red and blue and just swirl it with a fork or a knife. And that way you can surprise your family with a little bit of your own creativity. So that's another idea that you could use if you only had one. A lot of Indian people use the Instant Pot for multiple types of dishes. And so some people have the multiple trays. So this was just another use of that so that you didn't have to worry about buying something new. So just spread all that in. And then I'm gonna load all my trays in. So that way we're ready to stick it in the Instapot. So like I said, I have this little stand that I had for other dishes that I make Indian food with and thought I would utilize it for the cake. So in the Instant Pot, I've already put a cup of water, so you can see that the water is already in there. Like I said, if you have the 7-inch singular tray, make sure you put your rack inside and then put the tray on top of that so water doesn't go inside your cake. So for me, mine already has a stand at the bottom, so I don't need to put the steam tray in. So we've put it in, and then we're gonna close it. Make sure your steam is closed so it can't escape out of the lid. So it's locked in, the vent is closed, and then you're now gonna go to manual mode. Make sure it's on high pressure. And because I have 3 different trays, my timing's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna do 25 minutes for me because I have 3 sectional trays. For a singular tray, you're gonna do 30 minutes, and that will be down at the bottom in the recipe variations. So just know that, that my time is gonna be different because not a lot of people won't have the contraption that I have. But just remember, if you have the single tray, do 30 minutes, and then we'll come back. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and make my icing You don't have to make your own icing. You can buy store-bought. I'm just picky and I like to make mine at home. So I'm just gonna whip that up real quick while this is cooking. Hi everybody, so the steam has actually naturally released and you got to see the video with the 20 minutes or 22 minutes. So that's something that you guys can remember, is that you don't need to worry if you don't get there right at 15 minutes, it's okay. But now I'm ready to open this up and we're gonna let the cakes cool down before we ice them. The silver prong has fallen in, so we can now open it. Make sure you have your oven mitt handy in order to take out your tray. But like you can see, the red really looks good. So we're gonna pull this out. And the water's very hot, so don't let it drip on you. And I'm gonna separate my trays so that they cool down faster. And I'm gonna get my mitt to take them out. But it's nice and spongy. So we're gonna let them cool down before we ice them. My family's gonna be so surprised with a 3-tiered, 3 different colored cake. Who could do that? But we did in the Instapot. So let's cool these down and then we're gonna come back and ice them and top them with some really good berries for the summer. And then we'll be ready for the 4th of July barbecue. Okay everybody, so I went ahead and iced the cake and the layers in between. I made some icing at home and just whipped up some buttercream with some powdered sugar and butter and milk. But you can buy the icing at the store, whatever your preference is. And I've gone ahead and added our berries for the 4th of July. So we added some color on the top. We're just gonna throw in some mint just for some color, and we're gonna get cut into it. So hopefully you'll get to see all the rich colors, the red, white, and blue colors. And let's see if I can take this out nicely so you can see it. The red, white, and blue. And everyone's gonna get so excited to eat this, but you guys are really gonna enjoy it. You're gonna impress a lot of people, but it's nice and fluffy, and the icing, you can see all the colors. It's gonna go great with 4th of July barbecue, so people are gonna get really excited to eat this dessert. So Milani's really excited, she can already see it, but I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you try it. Please share your success if you do try this, and try it with whatever colors you want and let us know how it turns out, but we'd love to hear about it. The recipe's down at the bottom. It was simple enough, but I hope you enjoy that, and please subscribe down at the bottom.